Dear learners, I am Dr. Meenu Bhatnagar from the Center of Russian Studies, Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. I welcome you all to this course on Basics of Russian Communication Skills Part 2. In this module, you will be introduced to the Russian cuisine. You will also be learning a few new Russian words and expressions associated with some dishes and are widely used in Russian language. Russian cuisine is diverse and unique and has Baltic, Caucasian, Siberian, Central Asian, Eastern Asian and even Middle Eastern influences. The Russian cuisine reflects the multi-ethnic diversity of Russia. It is highly influenced by various environmental, social, geographical, economic and historical factors. Russian cuisine is famous for soups, salads, meat and fish dishes, sweet and savory pies, blini, dumplings, cakes and pastries, etc. Russian cuisine is not spicy at all and is predominantly meat-based. However, the cuisine involves an extensive use of grains. Russian cuisine offers a great number of vegetarian dishes with mushrooms, potatoes, cabbage, pickles, etc. Traditionally, for breakfast, Russians eat sirniki with sour cream, kasha, blini with various fillings. Russians also like to eat sandwiches with sausages, fried eggs or omelets, along with tea. For lunch and dinner, the first course usually includes a soup, the second course includes meat and salad and some side dish. The third course includes tea, stewed fruit, juice or dessert. In this module, you will learn about some Russian dishes like blini, sirniki, kasha, soups like borscht and shi, Russian salads called olivier, vinaigrette, pelmeni, pirog, etc. Let us start with blini or blinchiki. Blinis are one of the favorite dishes of Russian people. As you can see in the picture, blinis resemble American pancakes, French crepes and even Indian chilla or dosa. Blinis are made from flour, eggs and milk. The blinis are thin, flat scones of plain dough. They are round and golden. They symbolize the sun because of its round shape. It is a kind of dish which can be eaten at any time of the day, at breakfast, in the main course, or even as a dessert or a snack. Blinis are served with various sweet and savory toppings such as sour cream, honey, condensed milk, jam, wild berries, caviar, meat, fish, mushrooms, onions and potatoes, cheese or even with butter and many other ingredients. You can see the picture of sweet and savory blinis on the screen. The first picture is of blini with honey. In Russian we say blini with smyodom. Next picture is of blini with sour cream. In Russian it is called blini s smetanai. Then the picture is of blini with caviar. In Russian we say blini s ikorai. And the last one is with the meat. We say in Russian blini s myasam. Blinis are especially popular during a week-long Russian spring festival called Maslenitsa. Maslenitsa or Butter Week or Pancake Week is a week before the Lent and is celebrated in the second half of February or early March. Maslenitsa is a sun festival which celebrates the imminent end of winter and the coming of spring. We will talk more about it in another module. Blinis are prepared at home or can be eaten in restaurants. They are relished by people of all ages. In Russian language, the phrase like "Первый блин комом" is commonly used in a situation when the first step is always a bit tricky or difficult. Next, we will talk about sirniki or cottage cheesecake in English. Sirniki is a popular dish in Russian cuisine. They are fried pancakes made of cottage cheese and garnished with sour cream, varenye, jam, honey or applesauce. Usually people eat them for breakfast or as a dessert. The name sirniki is derived from the word sir, which means cheese in Russian. The main ingredients are cottage cheese, eggs and flour. Often sweet sirniki with raisins or dried apricots are also made. It is very tasty to eat them with bananas. You can see the pictures of sirniki on the screen. Next, we will talk about kasha, which is called porridge in English. Kasha is considered as one of the most common dishes in Russian cuisine. Kasha is a nourishing dish made of whole grains such as buckwheat, oats, wheat, millet, barley, rice, etc. as the main ingredient. The grains are boiled in milk or water. As a result, there are many ways to prepare it and serve. It might be cooked in the morning for breakfast or served as a side dish for lunch or dinner. For breakfast, it can be eaten with honey, fruits, whereas for lunch and dinner, it can be eaten as a side dish, cooked with mushrooms and butter. You can see some pictures of kasha on your screen. In old Russian traditions, the groom and the bride necessarily cooked porridge as a part of their wedding ceremony. It is not simply a meal, but a ritual dish. No celebrations or holidays are possible without traditional Russian porridge on the table. It is remarkable that every significant event has a special ceremonial porridge pertaining to it. Let's now learn a phrase with the word kasha. In Russian language, a phrase such as kasha v galave is commonly used. Kasha here means mess or confusion. Galava means head. So the phrase in Russian in a situation when one is not thinking clearly or one is confused or when one's head is in a mess. For example, we can make a sentence like "U nivo kasha v galave," which means he is a muddlehead. We'll talk about some Russian soups now. The first soup we'll talk about borscht. As I mentioned earlier, soups are eaten in the first course. Russian soups are sumptuous, delicious. There is a wide variety of soups in Russian cuisine such as borscht, shi, salyanka and many others. Borscht is one of the most popular soups in Russia. It is made in many East European countries. Borscht originally belongs to Ukrainian cuisine. Borscht is also called a beetroot soup as beetroot is the main ingredient which gives it a distinctive reddish color. The word borscht is derived from the word for beetroot in the Old Slavic language birch. There are a lot of recipes to cook borscht. Traditionally, borscht stock is cooked with meat, but nowadays vegetarian version of this soup is also made. The other vegetables used to make borscht includes cabbage, carrots, potatoes, onions, tomatoes, and in some regions it might also include kidney beans, apples, turnips, etc. Borscht is traditionally spiced with garlic and served with herbs, sour cream and white bread. Have a look at the pictures to see how the soup is served. Delicious, isn't it? It is believed that the borscht was the favorite soup of the Russian royals like Catherine the Great and Alexander II. It was loved by the famous Russian writer Nikolai Gogol. Even ballerina Anna Pavlova was fond of this high-calorie soup. Let's now talk about another Russian soup. It is called shi, or a cabbage soup in English. Shi is a cabbage soup. Shi has been known in Russian since 9th century when cabbage was first brought to Russia from Byzantine. Due to its simplicity, it has become quite a common meal relished by all sections of the society. Shi is a staple food usually served with sour cream and rye bread. The other ingredients used to prepare this soup includes pickled cabbage, onions, carrots, parsley, as you can see in the pictures. There is another factor which has added to its popularity. It might be cooked with or without meat, which makes it acceptable with the different religious ethos in Russia. Shi and borscht are similar. However, the main difference between these two soups is the addition of beetroot in borscht. It is quite comforting to warm up with a hot bowl of soup when the weather gets cold. There is a saying in Russian that goes like shi da kasha, pisha nasha, which means shi and kasha are our foods. Next dish that we will talk about is also a soup. It is called salyanka. Salyanka is a spicy, thick soup which is made with cabbage, pickled cucumbers, with brine, tomatoes, olives, lemons, lemon juice, kvass, salted and pickled mushrooms and smetana. The broth can be prepared using meat, fish or vegetables like mushrooms mixed with pickled cucumber and brine. Next we will talk about pelmeni or dumplings. Pelmenis are extremely popular in Russia, but historically this dish has Eastern origin. There are small parcels filled with meat and are an adaptation of Chinese wonton. The word pelmeni is derived from Finno-Ugrian language, which means ear bread. They are usually served with either a dollop of sour cream or a bit of dill or in a light broth, as you can see in the pictures. Pelmeni resembles ravioli, tortellini in Italian cuisine, manti in Caucasian cuisine. In India, they can be compared with momos. Traditional Ural pelmeni are stuffed with 3 kinds of meat: beef, lamb and pork. You can come across lots of other meat and fish fillings. In Siberia, pelmeni are even cooked with bear meat. However, vegetable pelmenis with potato and cheese stuffings are also available these days. They can be made at home as well as bought as frozen foods in supermarkets. Next, we'll talk about pirog and pirashki, pies in English. Pirog is the most distinctive dish in Russian cuisine. The word pirog itself is derived from ancient Proto-Slavic word pir, which means feast or a banquet. Indeed, historically, pirogis were a must during any celebrations. The Russian pie could be savory or sweet. There are a great number of fillings used to make these pies, such as potatoes, cabbage, meat, eggs for making savory pies, and strawberries, wild berries, apple, pear and other fruits for making sweet pirogis. Look at the pictures. As you can see, there are different types of pirogi, such as open with fillings on top, closed with filling inside, or even layered. In addition to pirogi, there are also pirashki. Pirogi are full-sized pie while pirashki are small sized buns made with onion, mushroom, meat and rice stuffing, as you can see in the pictures. Some kind of piragis are specially prepared for certain occasions such as wedding celebrations, matchmaking, etc. Let's now talk about Russian salads. The first salad that we'll talk about is Olivier, known as the Russian salad around the world. Olivier is the quintessential salad in Russia. It is simple to make and is very delicious. It is made by mixing small pieces of boiled potatoes, boiled eggs, boiled carrots, meat or sausages, pickled cucumbers and chopped onion, green peas with some salt and mayonnaise. The second salad we'll talk about is vinaigrette. It is another very popular and prominent salad in Russian cuisine. It is made by mixing boiled beetroot, potatoes, boiled and chopped onions, green peas with the dressing of sunflower oil and vinegar. Selyotka pod shuboi. This is the name of our next salad that we'll talk about. Selyotka is the name of a fish which is called herring in English, and shuba is a fur coat. This salad, Selyotka pod shuboi, is colloquially known as herring under a fur coat. It is a layered herring salad and is made using diced or pickled herring covered with layers of grated boiled vegetables, potatoes, carrots, beetroots, chopped onions and mayonnaise. Dressed herring salad is very popular in Russia. It is one of the traditional dishes served as zakuski at New Year and Christmas celebrations. Next we'll talk about katleti or meatballs in English. Katleti is a pan-fried meatballs. Katleti is very popular in modern Russian households. Next we will talk about kompot. Kompot or stewed fruit is a traditional Russian dessert beverage made by slow cooking of fruits. Fruits like strawberry, blueberry, raspberry, apricot, prunes and plums are commonly used to make kompot. Kompot is a soft drink and can be had all year round. It can be served chilled as well as warm. Next we will talk about kvass. Kvass is a traditional Russian beverage. It is mostly prepared during summers and is quite refreshing. Kvass means sour drink or fermented drink. It is also known as a fermented rye bread drink and has been a traditional drink for many centuries. Kvass is also used as an ingredient to make some famous Russian cold soups, for example, okroshka. Next, we will talk about kefir. Kefir is a fermented milk drink made by adding kefir grains to milk. It is similar to liquid yogurt, but a drink with sour taste and a slight fizz. Kefir is a good source of calcium and is rich in nutrients and probiotic bacteria. That is why it is very beneficial for digestion. Kefir originated from parts of Eastern Europe and Southwest Asia. The name is derived from the Turkish word keyif, which means feeling good after eating. Next, we will talk about khleb. Russian cuisine is incomplete without bread. Bread is an essential component of Russian meals, be it breakfast, lunch or dinner. A wide variety of white as well as brown breads are available in Russia. White breads are usually made from wheat or refined flour, whereas brown bread is made from rye. Breads are available in different forms such as loaf or baton in Russian, sliced or naryezhany, as well as bun or bulachka in Russian. Pickles. Russians have a long tradition of pickling fruits and vegetables. It arose from the need to preserve food for long winter when fruits and vegetables are scarce. The process of fermenting allowed food to be kept for a long time, saving all the nutrients. The most typical Russian pickle are sauerkraut, which is a pickled cabbage, brined cucumber, pickled tomatoes, soused apples, and marinated mushrooms, garlic, and eggplants. The pickles could be served as appetizers, eaten on their own, and added to soups, salads, and sauces. Today, many nutritionists admit that probiotic quality of pickled foods may improve digestion and boost immunity. We will now talk about desserts. Russian cuisine has an array of delectable desserts. To name a few, there is vatrushka. Vatrushka is a pastry formed as a ring of dough with cottage cheese. Vatrushka is a pastry formed as a ring of dough with cottage cheese in the middle, often with addition of raisins or bit of fruit. Next, we'll talk about cake Napoleon. The Napoleon cake is a Russian classic that predates Soviet times. It is a French cake which was brought to Russia in the early 19th century and was widely cooked during the celebrations of the Russian victory over the French army of Napoleon in the Great Patriotic War of the 1812. Since then, it has been part of the national cuisine heritage. The Napoleon cake is a kind of layered crepe, custard cake, traditionally decorated with cake crumbs to symbolize the Russian snow that thwarted the Napoleon's army. Next is miedovik or the honey cake. It is a honey layered cake. Tulski pryanik. It is a soft cookie made from honey and spices like ginger. These are often baked with elaborate engravings. Ragalki. These are delicate pastries served with meringue filling. Let us quickly repeat and revise the Russian dishes that you have just learnt about. Blini. We have learnt about blini with honey, which is blini s myodom, blini with sour cream, blini s smetana, blini with caviar, which is in Russian blini s ikroy, and the last one, blini with meat, blini s myasam. We have also learnt sirniki or cottage cheese cakes, kasha or porridge, soups like borscht, shi and salyanka. You have also learnt about pilmeni, piragi I pirashki, salads like olivier, vinaigrette, selyodka pod shuboi. You have also learnt about katlete, kompot, kvass, kefir, and desserts like vatrushka, cake Napoleon, miedovik, tulski pryanik, ragaliki. I will end the module with a phrase often used to wish a person good appetite at the time of eating, priyatnama apetita. Dear learners, in this module, you have learnt about Russian cuisine. In the next module, you will be learning some more interesting facts about Russian culture. Thank you.